34 degrees already. And I got to move a load. Ay, ay, ay. So the stock market is just climbing. So that means that resale for property is still going to be extremely high over the price. I don't know for how long. How are you talking on the telephone when you're on a left-hand turn? Get a handset at Walmart. They're like $25 and up. Where you don't have to be on the phone. Here's a guy with his right-hand turn signal on since 1953, and he didn't turn. I need to wash my carpet. I've got my moccasins on right now. Got a bunch more packed up, sorted out, organized, and put in the trash. I'm gonna load over right now. It's about 2 p.m. in Fort Walton, Florida. I'm gonna go over here to marry Esther. Dude, why are you in the street? Back it up. Oh, here's a tourist from Georgia. So I watched Eric Evolving today on YouTube, and he had a neat vlog about some people that he had met while he was living in his old apartment building in Tampa when he first moved down from New York. And they're also YouTubers and really nice people. But they had moved down from Georgia, from Atlanta, and that was a good thing, to Tampa. And I think they said it was like in March or April. And so they were talking about how much they liked it and everything. And that was a really neat vlog. I thought it was pretty honest, except for the fact they said they like all kinds of different food from different, areas around the world and stuff, and they couldn't seem to find it there. But man, there's so much restaurants there and stuff that, trust me, you can find it. Because I know in Fort Walton and Destin, you can find any kind of food from any country, pretty much. So, everybody's opening a business with something different. So, trust me, there's lots of variety here. And this is so much smaller than the Tampa area, if you ask me. Tampa's really big. It's like being set down right in the middle of California in the 70s. It's a really nice setup. That's why you people need to get off the phone. driving right in the middle of both lanes, and the guy behind him was like freaking out in the Altima. They can't figure out if he's turn signals or decide they want to use both sides of the road. 2 lanes out of 3. Oh, that tooth is hurting. They're building something over here. I don't know what that's going to be. It's financed by the bank. I have to crank that air up a little bit. Bad part about that upstairs on that townhouse is that it just doesn't seem like it cools as well as the downstairs, and the vents are open, and there's hardly anything up there because you know you have to cool the furniture first before you can get the place to cool, and there's hardly anything up there. There's very, very little furniture up there right now. There's a small dresser and like a 6-drawer dresser or something, and a chair. And a high-heel shoe chair. I think that's about it in the furniture that's left in there. Because there's some plastic racks for clothes, but that all gets broken down and washed. But that's about all that's left. Well, and a lawn chair that's on that patio out there. I gotta get that and wash it down and decide if I'm gonna sell it or put it in storage. I'll probably put it in storage because it's a real expensive one, like they use at hotels. And keep it. They were talking about the traffic, well, the driving in Tampa. Tampa's fine. It's the tourists that come and they're playing on their telephone because they're so excited because they're in some place with a beach and the saltwater instead of laying that phone down and concentrating on driving. And it's really dangerous. You kill somebody playing on that phone. Do one thing at a time. Drive the car or pull off and play on the phone. But it's the tourists, and it gets worse in the winter in Tampa because that's their busiest time of the year. Now, Fort Walton and Destin, the busiest time of the year is spring. That's right. Spring. But see, Tampa is getting all their tourism right now, and like the colder it gets, the more tourism they have. They get a lot of people from up north, Canada, New York, all that stuff will be coming. And hanging out for a few months, and then they'll head back or decide to buy a place there. But right now the market's going to be really high. Right now, this month, I'm going to tell you, I don't know how long this is going to last. I figured it would only be through December. I don't know, because the market is just going crazy. So stock market's wild. So usually property goes up resale, which will drive up the rents too, like it's done the last couple months here. Big old dually truck. Do your part to the bike path. We don't have parking on the street here unless it's listed as parking on the street on these main drags because they're just not wide enough because we have a bicycle path. A lot of bicycling, a lot of motorcycling. So they make a very nice path there to the right so people can ride their bicycle. Ooh, that's a pretty cabinet. I wish I felt like going to pick that up, but I'm not going to. School time. I don't like going through here for that. Really have to. See what time is it? 2. A lot of cars forest over there, so they probably get out at 3. They used to get out like noontime, or the high school gets out noontime or something or other. It looks like there's a lot of people over there, so probably no good. This guy just bought this truck. It sure looks old. I wonder if that's new. Roush. RoushPerformance.com. Spring Creek. He doesn't even tell me if that's new or used. It kind of looks like it's used, but maybe not. It looks more like an older style truck to me, but I could be wrong. I'm not a big truck person. I don't know much about it. I can tell you all about Cadillacs and Lincolns and Camaros and some other toy cars. I'm just not really big on any of that other stuff. Oh my gosh, let us go. Is that a fire truck ahead or something? I found these really cool stickers at Dollar Tree that I'm going to put on my back of my truck. Hopefully I'll get to it today and I'll vlog it for you guys. Thought it'd be a real great idea, like if you break down or something, so that people can see you without hitting you. I want that Cadillac right there, and I'm sure that's the one that was down there in Destin. Saw about a 30-year-old guy driving it one day. Love to have that caddy. I've had a lot of those. I like them. Oh, I'm so tired. Try to get this stuff moving. So I've got probably a little over half of everything moved out of the upstairs. I'm still sorting and organizing, packing boxes. So it's getting close. And then I've been cleaning a little as I go along. I'm trying to get the carpets vacuumed. Then hopefully if I get time, I'll go and wash all the walls with Lysol and the floors. What's left of them anyway. That upstairs floor is a little better than the downstairs for the tile, but those floors are creaky up there. I'm gonna tell you what, I would imagine that stuff gonna fall down soon. It was built in the 80s, but the termites, they're not spraying for termites. It's up to like every owner, I think, which is really a bad thing. Because that whole complex, that should come out of the HOA. It should be sprayed every month. Mandatory. I told my neighbor he should buy my unit and make one big house out of it. And even if it's again HOA, just put a freaking doorway in between the two units so you got a big house. He's one of those that doesn't like to keep a lot of stuff. He likes it very, very minimal. So when you go into his house, it's like he moved out. There's hardly anything in there. But that's just the way he likes it. Man, you went in the wrong lane. You went in the turn lane when you were supposed to be in the straightaway lane. What a bonehead. Flames in front of that truck. Might be Johnny Maple's truck a little bit. This just stays flooded in here. It hasn't rained in days and it's still full of water. There's the police man watching everybody stop at a stop sign, huh? We'll make sure everybody stops. That's kind of trappy. there's some people at the mall, but that looks more like workers' cars to me. See how many cars are on the other side. The mall is doing better. It was pretty bad right before March. That mall was in bad shape. They'd offered me a storefront for $600 a month. I about had a stroke. I was like, what? That a friend of mine, she had a place in there years ago, and the rent was just unreal. And she had a baby shop type thing with really elite type clothing and all that. She was real nice, and she was just going crazy trying to start a website. Guy ripped her off on the website. So then he was holding it against her, and she had no access to it. She paid him several thousand. Then the rent was huge in the mall. She was hoping to get the website going so she could sell some stuff online, because she was sick of the mall rules and stuff. They were just really being a butt. And it was just huge to rent there. Every storefront was full. That mall was the bangingest place to go for kids and adults. It was always full. My daughter's dad used to work in it when it had the Sears. He transferred down from Memphis. Sears. Nobody at the office today. I will park over here in front of the camera. I'll see you guys in a little bit, okay?